And I think making decisions becomes easy once you know your values. So I think that the key to making decisions is really to become clear with who you are and what you value in your life. And then that becomes the filter in which you make your decisions. Does this align with my values? Does this align with who I am character-wise? Because we believe that character is the root that sustains the fruit. If you don't have a character, you're not going to sustain it. And I think that people that vacillate in terms of decisions really are not clear with who they are and what their values are. To decide means to murder the alternative. Homicide, genocide, side means to kill, D means to set apart. So once you decide, then you go forward. You don't look back. You've made that decision. And I think what happens is people decide and then they undecide, or I don't even get it. Because, once you decide, it's full speed ahead.
You're going to make decisions and then manage those decisions daily. And what that looks like is in thinking about not only values, but what is the outcome that I'm looking for. So decisions need to be outcome focused and not process focused. Decisions aren't about what we feel like doing or anything about our feelings. We decide what we want, what outcome we want, and then we do whatever it takes to get there, regardless of how we feel, even regardless of how we feel about the work. It's whatever it takes for as long as it takes. Then you've made a decision, and the next level of a decision is a commitment. And a commitment is something that you're going to do no matter what, and no matter how long it takes, and no matter how you feel about it, because you want the outcome. As a matter of fact, the definition of success has never had anything to do with what someone likes to do. It has to do with where they want to end up, and then doing whatever it takes to get there. And that's always been the case. So liking the process of getting there is just not going to happen. I think that's what stops people. They're like, I don't like the way that feels, or I don't want to do that. Well, then you just don't want the outcome bad enough. And so that's how we work to make our decisions together.
Yeah, and when you look at that outcome, if it's something that you really want, you'll find a way to make that happen. They talk about, it's been said that grit is the number one characteristics of what it really takes to succeed in life. And that's passion and perseverance towards a long-term goal or objective. And I think you got to get gritty. Forget pretty. I'm proof of that, okay? You got to get gritty. You got to get down and in the trenches and fight it out and be a dog on a bone. And, once you get to that point, you just become relentlessly persistent. It's as you continue to walk there with a direction. Goals for us just give us direction. Then it's all about process. What is it going to look like to get there? And as Darci said, you manage that decision daily.